Today we're out here working on the Mustang, or well, I'm out here messing things up on the Mustang is what I'm doing. I think I effed this halo up already, so I said not to do it, but I believe I did. So it is what it is. I have to wait till James get here. We'll check a little bit more. I messed not really messed it up, but I messed it up. The angles, it's hitting in a different spot than where I started making. I got this straight. Let me show y'all where I'm messing up at. Alright, I'll show you where these bars are hitting at. Me and the fabulous Sarah Lee, she was helping me get these centered up the best we could. Holding it up here. Right here is where the outside of the bar hits. We had us a 2x4 I cut. It was 30 inches. I used right there to help hold it up in the front. That way allow us to not have to sit there and put so much pressure to hold. Anyways, that's what we did. But this is the outside of the bar right here. I was hoping both of the bars were going to hit right before it, but I mean it's just as the bend starts is where the outside hits. So that's in lies I was grinding for a straight cut, and so this corner has to be knocked off now. So I'm gonna wait for James and my dad to get up. That way I got some extra hands up here, make sure, because this is the last last go. Like I said, if I gotta buy another one, it is what it is. We don't have to worry about buying the down pillar bars, the A pillar bars. We have those, so you know, practice on the first one if that's it need be. But so that's that on that. So we got to worry with that, and then also I might end up having to need to take this headliner out to get it to go up that last little bit right here. Maybe not, since it's in the bend. It's not really heavy, but it's kind of thick. I don't know. We'll see what James says when he gets over here. So it won't take a second to nip all this corners off to get it to fit. That's the main thing, is to get it to fit a little better right here the best we can. So I'll wait for some hands before I do that. I'll go get some lunch. And yeah, but I cut these off straight. We went and got some a welding blanket. We picked that up at Harbor Freight, and some gloves to stick against that to weld the headliner up. If we, like I said, it might have to take the headliner out now. I don't want to, but putting this halo in there might cost me the headliner. It might be easier getting it in there just to remove the headliner to make the ease of it. So we'll see when James gets here. I don't, like I said, that might have to happen. All right, well, cool beans. I'm gonna wait on them to get here. I made the cut a little deeper. That's what I was talking about earlier. I might have messed this up because I was fitting that pipe earlier before I started.
Yeah, well, you need to just stay on this upper edge and grind it off till it fits now.
Well, it's
That's the way you put it in.
well, it's got to go in right there. I mean, that's about, I mean, yeah, the front's being supported, but we got the bar.
I wouldn't be grinding no more off the bottom. I'd just do my grinding on this top edge to a little bit by little bit to fit. But you ain't gonna weld up here no way.
Not all the way up at the top. We'll never get a weld up there. No.
You're gonna be doing good to get a rag in between.
Oops, sorry, y'all.
Should have left you a little more room when you put this bar in here.
Well, I mean, this was, like I said, an afterthought, like of doing, like I said, I don't know. And like I said earlier, am I just leaning too much into all of this right now?
Yep.
Should, because that's cause see how it's hitting. It should hang loose just with a little bit of pressure there. See, the front still, I can still come back. I mean, so I mean, we had it pretty much good, but where the angles are is what's messing me up, because it's the side and the top a little bit, and to get a good weld around it, it's gonna, like I said, it will be a little hard, but.
Well, you cut off more on this side than you did this side.
Well, I was, oh, don't do that. Well, I was using the pipe. I was more expecting to hit different in my head. I don't know why.
But I think you was good to go with just this one behind your head.
Yeah.
So it's gonna do a damn lot. Your ass is gonna swing around and do more damage when you ever hit the front. The ass is coming around.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, this was just thinking ahead if I did roll over, but if I do roll over, it's never really going to get all the way to me because this bar stop it up here, and then it can't go completely flat because of the engine sticking out towards the front, the front. And they are, like I said, they are faster people that does not have this, so am I just being...
Faster people don't have jack shit with a set of seats and fucker and seatbelt.
Oh, this is true. But
until you get to running some sure enough speed, and then you're getting into competition, you side by side with somebody, then that'd be a whole different ball game. If they lose control, hit your side, then that 95%, that's where your flips come. Motherfucker running over you, unless you just run up on straight up on the concrete on the edges. But mostly of that, if you
blowing
don't
in.
black out and go try to jump the motherfucker and try to bring it back, it's just gonna fuck up fenders and the quarter panels, the door, that type of shit.
All right, let's get it out. All right, this is what we decided. Everybody is, even the fabulous Sarah Lee agrees that it's. I'm going to end up spending more money on once I get this halo put in and doing what I'm doing. Spending money on changing the drive shaft or steering shaft, whatever I'm going to have to do there for that, and then I'm going to have to move all the ignition and stuff, and which will do some rewiring, get an ignition box up at the top, which everything's working the way it is right now without changing nothing. So we're talking not a whole lot of money, but you know, Tommy, new steering wheel and the ignition box, the little control box at the top's a couple $100. The steering shaft's $150. So you know, around about $500 for some upgrades after we do the halo, and just to get around where it's going to do. And I probably will weld something there. I don't know, but when we get there. But the thing of it is, I can spend. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I've looked up some heads and stuff, and they're like $1,700 right now, and that's what Dad was suggesting. Let's concentrate more on getting faster, because even if I did roll over, it's never going to collapse all the way in on me. I'm just being a little, I guess, a little wussy about it, I guess. I guess so. So, but they're right. So we're going to abandon this, not really for good. I'm not getting rid of it, not going to do away with it. But when the time comes that I feel like I truly need it, and my dad says, you know, we need it, then I'm going to take the headliner out, and then it will be a full-fledged race car at that point. And then once I put the LS in here, once this motor comes out and I go fully LS, and which it's already over there, we have it. But I want to do a little bit more with this motor, and then we'll do the swap to LS in the near future. So, well, cool beans. Well, that's like I said. That's where we're at. We're going to hang on to what we got, and then once we get, like I said, faster and get everything going, I might even just go on and take the 1500 and build the LS, and then, which that's a whole lot more wiring and different stuff that I wasn't planning on off the head, but I don't know. Who knows? We got options, so that's where we're at. Heads are going on to build a motor, so we'll sit and talk with Daddy and see what the wife says too. Christmas is coming up, so we got to look at that as well. But anywho, well, I appreciate it. I know it was kind of stupid and boring. It's just talking and then going back and forth, but it's what it takes to get to where we're at. Like I said, we never did it, and but anyways, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll holler at y'all taters later.